Welcome back. Round 3 of the Road to the Winter Cup here with the Cymru Catois. This time we have Connor versus Jack. And it's actually an interesting one because we were talking last round with Daniel about King Tycoon and how we have our own little bubble meta of monsters reigning supreme. And Connor will perfectly exemplify this by playing his patented, annoying Mono-Earth monsters.
Is there a deck that Connor doesn't play that's not annoying?
But I've known this guy for 8 years now. No, every deck is annoying. And Jack will be going up against him with Fire Lightning Scions, a classic of this meta. And there's the King Tycoon, straight away, as we mention it. One little thing that Connor did put in, which just to exemplify how annoying this guy can be, he thought, how can I fit an alternative win condition into Mono Earth monsters? So he's put Beldats in.
Well, so basically, let's mill my opponent just that little bit more.
Mm-hmm. And he claims it's a secondary win condition, and yes, I did move my fingers around for that one.
I mean, he's not wrong. I kind of hate him for it, but he's not wrong.
So we got the Claris, fairly standard opening. It's all the classic Earth, Mono Earth backups. The standard unit that flips for a backup, I can never remember its name. The freebies, a Ravana and a Yaguri. So Jack, I don't think Jack's open backups. He's using the Yaguri to, I assume, get a ninja backup. Ooh. So this is a ninja I like. It's a 4 cost. It bounces and forward you control, and it plays a forward of a cost higher than what you've just bounced. And I do like this ninja. I think it opens up for some really proactive shenanigans, assuming, of course, your opponent can't interrupt you. This being Mono Earth, I doubt they could.
Well, I don't know. Connor can usually pull a rabbit out of a hat, so we could absolutely see some shenanigans, but interruption, very much doubt it.
And there's a Mira. Jacob, you like Mira. Tell us about Mira.
Mira's a good card.
Mira is a good card. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
You don't call him the best colour commentary in the league for nothing, folks.
So
Who does that?
No one.
No.
It was actually a quote from the film Major League, but I'm surprised I managed to get it out in one.
Hey. So Mira, 1 cost. Flip the top 5, add a monster that you search. Is it just any monster?
Any monster you got, damn
add a
right.
monster to hand, and then the best
The
bit of it.
important part.
Yeah, sacrifice it, or well, put it in the break zone. Choose one monster. This monster cannot be broken until the end of turn. But most importantly, you can do that before it becomes a forward on, say, something like Zombie, which is just gross, because Zombie then becomes an undying killing machine.
So what you need to do in that situation is still attack, because you need to make the zombie a forward. Because if I'm correct, I could be wrong, the zombie will still die to its own effect at the end.
No,
it doesn't.
because it breaks at end of turn. So Unbreakable Zombie is just mean.
So the way that it works there is, this says until the end of the turn. Mm-hmm. Zombie says at the end of the turn. So at the end of the turn theoretically happens at the start of the end of your turn. This effect will only happen when the turn ends. So at the end of your turn, Zombie will lose the indestructible. And then your turn will... No, sorry. At the end of your turn, the Zombie will break. Mm-hmm. But then only when your turn has ended does it then become breakable.
Okay. Education.
And just like you said, we're getting the cool ninja plays here.
Xenos into Alisate into Alphanos Search.
So we've got a Ninja 14 package going on here, and already it looks like Connor is staring down some heavy damage in the next turn or so.
Hien
is the right choice. Has he got the CP to play it?
Hien, please, if you've got Hien, this is a beautiful board.
Playing right into a Shantoto, but...
No, don't search our blacksmith, we don't want that blacksmith.
He doesn't have a Shantato in hand though. So
Jack doesn't know that, but he absolutely does not.
Please get Hien, please. I'm praying to the Almighty Father, get a Hien. Y'shtola's not the one you want, son.
The irony being is that if he doesn't get a Hien here, is that during the games before the stream started, he was joking around me playing in a Mono Earth deck, Hien. So, you know, the irony would not be lost on me.
Well, the only reason he wouldn't is if he doesn't have 5 CP in hand. But then you would also bank on you being able to search. Because Hien means turn 2 lethal.
What?
Why?
Why? You
When you're
have
this aggressive, you don't want to be playing backup.
No. You have turned too lethal with the Hien. You need to be just committed.
Does he have a Hien in hand though?
He could.
Nope, he's just
Doesn't
dark.
seem like it.
I think that was a big missed opportunity there. I've seen a Stinian. I've seen a Stinian in hand. And so he didn't actually have fire CP. He has an Estinian and a Yaguri. So I'll cut him some slack that time. Fair enough.
So
Tough choice. Is it a zombie or is it
it's
a
a zombie.
Zombie, of course, loops the Mira.
Exactly. This is why it's disgusting. He's already sat on a multi-onus in hand as well for a bit later play. 2 Tyro.
I think he needs to get those towers out of his hands. But he can see the board and he knows I'm under threat.
Honestly, it wouldn't be a bad shout if you played the zombie for no value just as a blocker, to be honest.
Yeah, like it's gonna save him a couple of turns.
Well, he's got a Demonolith. Is that a Demonolith, Behemoth? The thing that says you can't attack or
it's a
block.
Hilgigus.
That thing. There you go, Xenos can't attack or block. And I'm pretty sure Xenos does other things.
Gives 2k to all other forwards.
I believe it's this guy.
That's the one, Gigas.
Look at that exquisite facial hair.
And it's not that it's till the end of the turn, it's till your opponent's turn.
Yeah.
Orianja, let's get some flips.
Good flips.
So I would have gone with the haste. Give Orianja haste first strike. Small damage. But each to their own.
Yeah, it feels like Jack here is playing an aggressive aggro deck, but not the aggro part.
So Xenos can't attack or block. But he should still be swinging. Yes.
I mean, why wouldn't you? Kind going to take a nice free easy block there.
Yeah.
Then it gives him all the value off of the zombie when he plays it.
And Jack does have an Estinian coming in next turn, so that is a big threat.
Well, not with a zombie, it's not.
Nope, this is very true. There we go. So it's just going to replay it. It's another Hilgigas and an Araman.
Araman is good. Araman breaks the Xenos. I think he just smacks it down right now.
Yep.
Get it out of here. Yeah, I feel like Jack's window is really closing now.
Yeah, it's like Connor can effectively buy an entire term of blocks just using the mirror effect on the zombie, so...
Yeah, and he's throwing down the Araman. Get rid of the Xenos.
And boom goes the dynamite. So, Jack now left.
There's the Estinian.
Yep. Again though, it's not going to matter. Because it can become 28k all at once. It's never getting past that little 6 CP zombie. Or not even CP, 6 power zombie, I should say.
It's only for one turn.
Yeah,
And
but...
Connor is only on, 3 in hand, and not much in the options. He can Tyro to get something, sure, but I don't think he can play Tyro and something big in the same turn. Unless he's really ramping up the Montleonis characters.
You wouldn't really need to. You could simply Tyro for another mirror, play the mirror, get a monster, hopefully hit another zombie. And that'll buy him another turn of just sat there. And it looks like he's actually got a mirror in hand.
He does, yeah.
So he doesn't even need to do that.
So, I would go, knowing that Connor can do his zombie shenanigans, that's exactly what I was thinking, unblockable Y'shtola.
Yeah, exactly. So at least you're getting a point of damage in, and you're going to kill the mirror regardless. So,
Yeah.
but you're probably playing into Connor's hands just a little bit. He wants to play that second mirror.
That being said, though, with that Y'shtola on field, if Connor has a mirror out and Connor deals the damage to Jack, Y'shtola's just going to ping the mirror. It's going to be difficult to keep a mirror around and deal damage at the same time.
Yeah. There you go. Blocks, makes the zombie a forward, unblockable. It's such a shame because it's Estinian's big turn.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's all well and good when you're staring down a total of 3 CP against a guy that become 28k. But if that 28k can't get past anything, what's the point?
I see a Gigas and a Phoenix. Another one of Connor's little techs. He doesn't have the Tyro, and the cat sit's not damaged 3 yet, so...
So no colour fixing yet, so he's just going to go with the Gigas again, probably stop the Estinian attacking, let's be fair. Oh no, he's going to discard it.
Tyro. I think he's playing the Tyro.
He needs to get some more backups down for sure.
Yeah, and he was originally thinking of discarding the Ignis in hand there, which is one of my favourite cards of the set. Like, he kept it in hand for the later break. Going for a Shinryu.
It costs 2. It does cost 2. But he passes, and he's got another Mira loop to go.
Jack has got to apply some pressure here. He's got to play that Y'shtola.
The Y'shtola has to come down because it's his only source of doing damage.
Yeah, but he plays the Y'shtola and then just gets Shinryu'd in the face.
Yeah.
And gets 1 point of damage out of it.
Yeah, that's very true.
It's very much a rock and a hard place. I think he just has to accept that this board is dying. Never mind, we're going even harder.
I mean, like, securing backups isn't a bad thing.
More ninjas. So,
What are we bouncing?
so we know he has the Y'shtola in hand, so we can bounce the Urianger for the Y'shtola.
That's not bad, actually.
It's not the worst thing in the world.
Does he have a 3 CP to play off the back? He does have the Y'shtola.
Yeah, the Y'shtola.
Yeah. So,
I think that's his line of thought. Is that a Hien in hand? Too late.
too late to hear now. It's too late.
But I like this ninja. I think it's got a lot of potential to do some silly, silly things.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen that card before in my life.
Cat 14 ninja, it ticks a lot of boxes.
The thing is, with a lot of backups that are more than 3 CP that don't search anything, they have to do a lot. Because you're spending 4 CP on essentially what will become an evoker. So you need that effect to be phenomenal. And I do think that being able to play something on 1 CP more is borderline good enough.
So there's your mission before the start of the next round. Think of a 4 CP backup that doesn't search, that does something. See what we can come up with.
I believe White Mage in Earth it has a tap effect to play a forward at any time, 4 or less from the break zone.
You got the same in Ice as well, the Devout.
Samurai was a classic.
Yeah. I mean, but the thing is, even with these cards now, they used to be very, very solid, but now they've kind of gotten a bit too slow.
Yeah,
I could not imagine paying 4 CP for a backup that does nothing for a turn.
I'll tell you what's a good one was 4 CP Snow.
Yes.
Vice Kings.
Going back to the to the Vikings you were on about earlier, Jacob. You needed Snow in that deck just to push through with your tiny little guys, so...
This is just Vikings 2 Electric Igloo.
So you were right, he does go with the Urianger return to play the Y'shtola.
I don't like this play now though because we know the Shimu's there.
Yeah.
Did I miss something? Why is there any stop? Oh no, sorry. Yeah,
Ooh, good damage. Get the Hien.
The thing is, it doesn't matter. He's only going to attack once, and then the zombie will block everything else.
Actually, it doesn't matter because he's got a Hien in hand already, so I think you get the backup in this case.
So, Connor preemptively...
No. Yeah. Well, he gets the Y'shtola damage. That much is happening.
Yeah. Let's just hope that Jack remembers to attack.
Yeah, because if he doesn't, it's not a misplay. We can't tell him.
This is true. No, he's got it though.
Oh,
wait.
no.
Oh. Don't play the Hien now.
It's no.
Okay. Great.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, okay, zombie's just gonna block everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Swim with the.
At least
he gets
Hien
another point of damage with the Y'shtola.
Yeah. I don't. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
So how many he plays? 2 or
How
3?
many does he play? How many does he play?
2 or 3.
How many
If he
does
plays
he
2, this is going to be the funniest play we've had all night.
If he only
actually,
plays 2,
to be
that
honest.
is huge.
Oh, I really want to know. So there's
is
not
that-
one in break.
Can we see his face? Is he cracked his poker face or keeping it straight?
Don't know. He was looking in break.
Is it 2? Is it 3? What will the world be? Oh, okay, never mind. He's got Genova Synthesis in hand.
Yeah, 8K to board will do the job.
This
He's
is
going
the
to play a backup first.
Yeah,
Unless he has a Shantoto.
He does need that 5th backer to make Genova Synthesis do 8K.
It's true. It's true.
But he
He
does have
is
one,
that a
right?
minor?
Yeah.
No, it's... Oh, he just plays that one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Is that the freebie one?
Yeah.
No, that I believe that one is the flip until you find
No,
the top
it's,
5.
no, it's not. It is the free one.
Sure, no.
I played this deck. I know.
Okay, yeah, so did I.
Did you?
I copied your list, so you gave me.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. Because Jenny was playing it that one weekend
Yes.
before Euros, right? And I, again, great little deck.
So you made a list. Did you check it twice?
Yeah, but there was a lot of naughty and nice on there, so
Winter Cup is coming to town. Alright, that's the behemoth. So that's something can't attack or block on entry again.
so I'm assuming. Right. Okay. Yeah. Now I'm assuming, based on the fact that there's going to
There
be
it
the
is.
8K.
There it is.
And I'm also assuming, based on the fact he didn't search for Shinru, he might only have 2 in the deck. So now none in the deck, we should say.
But does it matter? Is the question.
No. Because not only does, as Jack's board disappears, but Connor has Montleonis in play, and Montleonis has other text.
It does.
The amount of times when I was playing this in Euros, Montleonis would get broken and my opponent would attack with another forward and they'd be like, okay.
Okay.
And they're like, are you going to take damage? No.
No. In fact, I'm
I'm attacking. I was like, yeah, I'm not blocking.
yeah, and I have declared no blocks.
Yeah, carry on.
Damage
What do you
taken.
mean?
Damage is 0. Thank
What's
you.
the best reaction you had from that?
Slack jaw.
Probably when I played against Sarah, and because Sarah was playing the same deck, and obviously had a Montleonis on board. I didn't realise. we had a good laugh. We had a good laugh about it.
Montleonis feels like it should always be a half decent card. Like,
It reads phenomenally. It does not have a bad line of text on that, on
No,
that thing.
but it is hard. Like 11 CP to get it down cheap enough is difficult when you just if you're not playing a deck with monsters in it.
Even to be honest with you, you've got 5 backups. It costs 6 CP for a 7K that revives a 6 CP and has a death trigger
Or just
that
revive the
isn't
board
irrelevant. Yeah, like even with just backups, it's absolutely fine.
My new favourite play with it is actually replay Ignis, break a backer,
Yeah.
break a forward, get a back, back another forward from your own break, and that is just silly good.
Also recurs back Warrior of Light as well. The
It
big
does.
boy.
Also, shout out to Genova Synthesis. Like, no, most people look at this kind of board wipe, never see competitive play, and here we are.
I mean, when I definitely looked at the card and was like, that card is banging. That card is so good. But when it doesn't fit, there's no Mono Earth deck because Mono Earth is. But
Just throwing this out there, still
Never
playing
mind.
Mono Earth Monks. Oh yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Mate, it's really
Self-torture.
it's really good. I'm not gonna all blustering aside, it stands up to some of the really strong decks. It stands up to Cat 6. It stands up to as much as I joked that Paul kicked my butt earlier with his deck, I still beat him in the first game really convincingly.
Fish, I hate to break it to you and to our fellow watchers, Sophie's never coming back to 3.
Doesn't need to. Honestly, never needs to. Even if you lose Sophie end of the game, most of the time you go 4 or 5 forwards in a turn, get board wiped, and do it all again the next turn.
To be honest with you, Sophie being at 3 would be more problematic for just
Yeah.
Earth Water than Monks.
Oh
to be
yeah.
honest.
Yeah.
Well, if Mr. Kageyama is listening to us, please print a Monk 2 cost forward that is semi-playable.
Yes, in Earth, please. I would really appreciate it.
We're waiting. Anyway, back to the game. Connor has a board.
So he does have the Shin-ryu.
That's all.
All the blaster out the window. So he's just going to do it. Get rid of all of the forwards on Jack's side of the field.
How many attackers are we looking at?
Enough.
Genova, Mont,
Araman.
Everything but
yeah,
the
there's enough. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4,
He needs 5. Zombie.
6.
Yeah, he's got enough. So EX is 3.
And there goes in Genova. Up to 4
Oriange.
damage.
Graha.
Too little, too late. It feels like. No, he's going with the.
Ami.
Wouldn't have helped you, mate.
Y'shtola. Red
Yeah,
Mage. There we go.
Brutal.
Down she goes.
Again, it feels like Jack should have played a little bit more aggressive in the early game.
I don't. It's a hard one because obviously, like, if he had a fire card in hand and he searched Hien, this is a completely different story. And it's a hard one because monsters. It's still one of the newer decks around. We're still trying to figure out how to play into it, how to do against it.
Can't wait for the next set when that new X deck comes out. And
Neddy boy.
yeah, what's that?
Come save us, Ned.
Yeah, remove some backups and then remove all of your opponent's forwards and monsters. Great fun.
One little interesting fact: if your NXD gets Ami'd, you do not lose the backups because they happen simultaneously. Alright, Connor taking a fairly quick, clean sweep. We will be back with you guys in a couple minutes. Alright guys, we have the winner of that game, Connor, here with us for a quick interview. It felt like you had that well in hand throughout the game. What was your thought process going through the turns? Because you went wide pretty early.
Play Mira, win was basically it.
From what I can tell, you played Mirror and won. Is that correct?
So it went pretty well. Yeah. Game plan.
Playing.
Yeah.
So obviously we were looking in that game. You did have your opponent had a very aggressive start. Because we were obviously thinking that with the Alpha Navy, we were going to try and search for Hien. Were you worried about that at all?
No, I had Gigas.
Gigas means...
Gigas does 8k, so
Gigas does
if he
8k.
played Hien dies, I'd play Shin-ryu and then clean up.
So we've been seeing you Mono Earthless for a couple of weeks now at locals, but you've tweaked it slightly this week. We didn't get to see a couple of this weeks, but what have you put in as a little bit of spice?
King Tycoon, Beldat, and Phoenix. I think we're all seeing.
How often do these tech cards come up? Are they for specific situations, or have you found them to be quite generally useful in a lot of matchups?
Oh my god, no. King Tycoon's for Monster Mirrors.
Monster Mirror or Monster Mirrors?
Monster Mirror matches.
Mirror matches, not mirror
No.
matches.
Oh, fuck. Mirror matches.
Mirror
then.
Same
Yeah, let's call it mirror
Okay,
matches.
cool. Just wanted to clarify.
Beldat is needed for... Well, it's not needed. Mono Water, Earth, Wind, mirror matches. And then Phoenix is just a good card. So.
So you've been testing this out now. Are there any matches that you're finding particularly difficult, particularly hard, or is it just a good even field?
The only matchup that's good against it is Mono Fire. If they see goblins, they just kill Mirror during your turn.
Yeah.
But Mono Fire doesn't really kill you too quickly at the moment.
It's not like the Fire Lightning, which has the potential to burst haste out of nowhere. I mean, you were staring down Estinians, Hiens, anything that could potentially rinse you.
The only other problem card is Wall.
What? Warrior of Light?
Yeah, Wall just tap, deal 5 to your Mirror during your turn. But
Obviously, there are some circumstances, having played the deck a little bit. Obviously, if you make a zombie unbreakable and it gets Kucha laned at the wrong time, that kind of stuff, does that come off enough for you to care?
that doesn't do anything.
Does it not?
No,
Does it not remove the ability?
it doesn't. Yeah,
The character gains it can't be broken this turn. Kucha lane gets rid of its ability.
it's a field ability, isn't it?
Right, so you're about to witness a
I had
fight
to
live on
double check
stream.
this now because I got told this by.
The game.
Who did I get told this by? It was somebody
Maybe it does.
of
It hasn't come
somewhat
up.
importance.
hasn't come up.
We could double check that, but
So obviously we're in the road to the Winter Cup now. We're trying to build up a bit of hype. We've seen the new set spoils. Are there any particular cards that stand out to you as something you want to try?
Furion.
New Furion.
1 CP, deal 2 damage.
Cards busted.
Card's crazy.
Can't do much more than that. And any of the legends? What do you think of the new NXT? Because obviously you're playing monsters. That card does rain on your parade a little bit.
8 CP. It's fine. I mean, it's a tech card. If we had a side deck, that'd be good. But we'll
Nice.
see if people actually play it.
No, any closing thoughts on the deck? I mean, are you happy with where the list is at now? Are there any things you're considering that potentially could come up?
I want to try Water Earth. Realm can ramp two monsters, and your win conditions are basically the same thing. So, give that a go. Otherwise, I think Mono Earth is pretty simple. Play Mira, pass.
GG's, there you go. Play Mira, pass. That's the advice we can give you guys. Alright, we'll be back for the fourth and potentially final round in a bit. See you in a bit.